Hey, hey, hey. How's it going? Thought tonight that we're going to do a draw stream. And so Murph is joining me. It's just going to be me. And we're just kind of hanging out. Unfortunately, I have like some kind of playback. I need to stop this. See if that helps. Does it help? It doesn't help. Crap. Crazy Mad. Thanks for joining, man. For some reason, I can't stop the playback for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Thought maybe I'm playing it in YouTube or something. Not sure what's happening here. Been a little while since I've done this. Oh, Casey said, "Good to know." I was about to come in there. I just thought I'd start now. I was really not. I don't know, planning. Just thought it'd be fun. Yeah. Where else would you be? Well, hopefully tomorrow you'll be back, man. I don't know if Murph will be healthy enough. I think he's been a little sick. So let me see. I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe kill this mic, and maybe that'll help. And Casey says, "I'm an unheard talented musician, Crazy Mad." Hi, by the way. Yeah. So tonight, I thought I was just going to do a like a draw stream and just have fun, work on Adelbern a little bit. I haven't drawn him in a little while. I really feel a little nervous doing this live, and it's weighing on me a little bit. So I feel like I need to just get out there and draw. Crazy Man says I'll be back on. I'm on vacation from work this week. Nice. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to go on vacation. So I'm really not sure what's going on with my microphone and why there's playback. I wonder if I go on here, it's better. Nope, it's not. Damn. Well, that's all right. I want to be on vacation this week. Ha! You just got off of like spring break, and I had to work the whole time. I don't even know why. So just don't go in, Casey. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be great. Well, I'm going to get started. So, Adelbern, as you know, is the beastmaster for Ballad of the Celestials. And basically, he's probably third in charge to the team. And I just thought it'd be kind of fun to draw him a little bit. And I thought I would just start with some head shots and shouldn't say that too long. But just some looks from him. He's got this hair that kind of flops over. So get that. But once you get like the character of Adelbern down, he's pretty easy. Um, I enjoy drawing him though, and he's quite a muscular guy. He's probably the biggest guy in the group. Here we go. Get these ears right. Sometimes I don't always have it thought out of how I'm going to draw, but sometimes I feel like I really need to. If only I could poop cash money. Crazy Mad says OnlyFans. And I'm not sure it'd be great to leave the kids unsupervised. Yeah. I heard feet pics are raking in the dough over there. Weird. I don't know. I imagine they do. It's probably a weird place. I would say yes. Probably anything goes, and it's who knows, man. There's some funky stuff. Get my eraser. Yeah, I've just been seeing a lot of drawings on Twitter, and I'm like, man, I really need to get myself back and feel good about what I'm doing again. I haven't been drawing. Been so focused on the campaign that you just lose um, all focus on your talent or anything like that, or trying to develop. You're out there trying to market and work the crowd, see who's going to buy. And it really kind of sucks because it kind of takes me away from what I want to do, which is the drawing part. I think I'm going to have to turn down my mic or something. It's really messing me up. And normally I can't hear myself so well. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, I know my lens is bad. That's on my computer. Let me see if I can wipe it off. But I got to be honest, it's never been very good on the laptop. So let me see. I just think it's kind of crappy. I sound okay? Thanks, man. Um, yeah, I used a wipe, but I don't know if it helped. There's no helping this camera. My good camera's focused on my drawing, so that's why I'm doing that. So anyway, back to this. I'm glad you guys are chatting on there. I was wanting Murph to join me, but he's not feeling good, so I just let him be. Hopefully he doesn't have COVID, man. I don't know. That would really suck. Wow, that came in pretty dark, so. Isn't that funny when you sometimes forget what your character looks like and you have to go and reference it? Probably not great. Go back in some of these shots and go, wait, what was he like? Sheesh. There we go. I got it. We got the old beard on him. I enjoy drawing beards. Drawing beards. Sound really weird tonight. There we go. He doesn't have like a real big beard, but it's long enough. He's kind of a burly man, but he's not going to be like burly. So tomorrow we don't really have a guest. I was hoping that we would get a guest, and we haven't really done that, and kind of let the ball drop. I've been trying to have more loose drawings lately. It's really hard. Need to get back in the flow of that. Yeah, this isn't quite coming out the way I want, but we'll call it a warm up. Looking at the camera and see what he looks like, and it's all right. Guess I'm trying to be a little faster, but guess I'm kind of liking the way some of that's coming out. Oh wow! I hope you guys heard that on camera. Oh, Caden just walked in and just belched very loud. That was awesome. I heard it on my earphones, so I'm sure you guys heard it. That's awesome. He's laughing about it now. That's fine. That stuff happens all the time. Gotta play with these shadows some. So I'm liking how his face came out. That's cool. I have to do a pose or something. I always like to draw heads, but I always do these ovals, these eggs, I guess you could say. I don't know if anybody else does it like that, but that's the way I do it. I feel like I sound like Bob Ross when I do this. I feel like I'm kind of drawing fast tonight. Not drawing that good. We'll get there. Kind of the end of the page, so that's all right. Kind of got takeout. We had street tacos from Costco. Lee's Chicken. Cool, man. We have Lee's and KFC in town. Lee's is right here. Yeah. Yeah. Costco Street Taco Kit is good. That's what we have for dinner. Yum, yum. I really like it. Like when Casey goes and gets that. What'd she say? You still have to warm up the tortillas and chalk and chicken, but the sauces are really good that come with it. And it fed three of us for $15. Cheaper than eating out. That's for damn sure. We live in the country. Yeah. You did. Chalkin. Chook, chook, chalkin. Chook, chalkin, chook. I don't know. Something. I feel like I'm kind of getting sloppy with this, but I'm all right. I'm okay with that. That thick mustache. I'm not sure his eye's coming out right on that one, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not really worried about how good this one looks, I guess. Just getting him warmed up. Not loving the face on this one, but wow. This is a mess. Make it look like he's turned around, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. It works. The table keeps moving on me. Get some rubber feet on it or something. All right. Well, I'm not a fan of that one. I have to work on that some. This is why I'm doing the character study, because I just feel like he needs some more work. When you do only panel work with the characters, you are limited with what you do with them. Always like the upward view too. Let's see if I can get this right. This is a hard angle, so. So, Casey said, here's a question of the day for you. Is it better to do a job you hate and make a lot of money but be miserable, or do a job you love and feel appreciated but live in a van down by the river? That's pretty much where we're at. I do a job I hate and make a lot of money, but I've also been at fun jobs I don't make shit. A is the better life. Man, that's a tough one, man. For me, I work at a job that I've loved for like 22 years. And the problem is, I like it, have a good time, and I really feel like I help people. But, yeah, I don't really make shit. That's the way it's been, So you come to kind of expect what you got. It's just, I wish we could do a little better. Question of the day: would you rather be a talented musician but not heard, or a talented artist but not seen? Oof. I think that one's tough, man. I got to be honest. I feel like I'm both sometimes. We're trying to get heard, trying to be seen, but I'm both. I'm an artist and a musician. So it's really hard. I'm team down. I'm sorry, I can't read this. I am team van down by the river all day. I don't need much to live happy. Yeah, I mean, I don't need either. I just want to be able to have some comforts. I'm only miserable 8 hours a day. But that's 40 hours a week, dude. So, yeah. But Dirk, you also got to be home with your family every day. Priceless. That is true. I mean, the upside to where I work means, and what I do right now, I do a straight 8, 5 days a week. And so there's a lot to be thankful for. So don't get me wrong. I am happy about that kind of stuff. I work factory. I can't do it. We have a lot of factories around here. We're in what I call is Honda land. And I do believe that it's misery. And a lot of people I know and a lot of people we live around, they are part of this Honda land. And I really don't know how they do it, man. I really don't know. It's it's one of those things where I think because they're getting paid money, good money, they stick it out, but it's not necessarily something they want to be doing. And some people are okay with that. It's not my thing. I did it for 6 years, and I gotta say, I was miserable every day, and it was to the point where I felt like I had narcolepsy. I was made that too dark. I have to erase all that. Yeah, I was falling asleep when I got home. Man, it was like it was bad, and I'm just like, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to be toiling. The I know everything I do doesn't have to have meaning or something, but I got to feel like I'm doing something worth it. Otherwise, I feel like, what are we doing? You just hit these buttons all day where you're just like making parts and just instead of like actually making a goal, you might make the goal for the day, but that goal's coming back tomorrow and you got to make that much more. And it's just terrible. Soinks, crazy mad. That makes me sad. She's talking about you working, being miserable 8 hours a day. Yeah, man, you do know Honda Land. It's true, and it's like it's terrible, man. I hate this area. Um, it's very hard because everything revolves around Honda, and we're smack in the heart of it. Like our house is between two Honda factories, and so it's just it's terrible. Yeah, we literally live on the same road as two Honda plants, really. Uh, if you turn the corner, you're on the other one. So you should have come to Indianapolis. Yeah, that looked like lots of fun, man. I'm glad you guys have a good time. Um, I want to do a hangout time, sir, sometime with like everybody, like go to Dayton or Cincinnati or something, and have a bunch of us meet up. That'd be so fun. I know Murph would be up for it. So it'd be fun to get a lot of Ohio guys together and do that. I know a lot of people are busy, but still, it'd be good times. That's really cool. People can do that. I've been thinking about that for a while.
Why can't I just come in here?
You can just come in. What's going on?
I'm tired.
We'll have to get everybody together sometime and go hang out, meet up. I know Gym City Comic Con's coming. I think Murph and I would have a good time going to that, and that might be something we want to do is meet up at a place like that so we can all hang out. I'm
Sorry.
echoing on Casey's phone, but I really believe that would be a good time for us all. We would all have something to do, plus go talk and hang out, eat.
I'm trying to find where your cameras come from. Hi, Crazy Matt.
Yeah. So anyway, I wasn't doing much tonight. Got all my work done around the house. I thought I'd come out here and draw and just have a good time. I just really haven't done it, and I feel so out of. I don't know. I feel out of touch with it or something. And I'm sucking at Nyx, which is also why I do character study. I do feel like I can do faces pretty well, and I have Burns down pretty well, and I really enjoy drawing him. Um, I don't know if this is like the perfect Burn, but I do feel like it gets the gist of his character. So, and this is giving me good practice. So there we go. Um, that's funny. I spent maybe 30 minutes at the actual con. You know what, man? I know, and I think that's going to be the fun. I want to hang out with you guys and get to meet with you. We can all talk and go see stuff, but or maybe give everybody time to go see stuff and then hang out. That way we can, go to the con and feel like we've accomplished what we're going there for, and then. But I tell you, if we're all meeting up, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be going there to hang out. So, especially driving all that way, we're going to want to uh, get to meet everybody. So I was going to mention Murph and I got invited to our hometown's Comic Con, which is really cool because it's something we did 2 years ago, and we didn't even have a product, but now we actually do. And I feel like now we'll have something to bring to the table, and that's really cool feeling, man. To get invited back, that means they really enjoyed us. And the guy that puts it on, he's working at the local library, and so they're the ones that actually are putting it on.
Max, can we go outside?
Casey, you can hear her whistling to the dogs. Oh yeah, this is awesome. So many burps on this stream. It's been fantastic. Yes, she's
bad,
getting the
sorry.
laundry done. I see.
That was my bad.
You,
Sorry about that.
I heard you, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So that's awesome.
Oops.
Too good.
That's why you keep the door closed.
Yes, she's getting the laundry. I was getting the laundry done, and then my son's getting his
I
done.
ain't doing
Actually,
laundry up in here. That's your job.
yeah, I know. All right, so get a little bit of Burns skulls on his shoulder and skull on his shoulder. All right.
I can't fit in my pants.
Oh man, my friend is calling.
It's Brent. You have to answer it. So to get on your
It's
live
come on, everybody hears all this.
Do you want me to answer
I'm gonna say I'm gonna call you back. I sent him a text.
it? You should
So
have answered it. I
you
could've
can call
answered it.
him. I mean, I don't know.
Let me see it.
Just I don't know what he was calling about, but
I don't understand your
so we have a
phone.
friend, Brent, that we were trying to get on stream with us. He's been a part of our comic actually and helping us do things, and he's been a vital part. You know, some of the creativity we had, and actually, we're trying to break him into this a little bit. He has a story he wants to add to Ballad of the Celestials. And so we're trying to give him a way to break in here so people get to know him. So when he puts that out there, it's going to be something y'all are familiar with and know who he is because he's a cool guy. He's funny. Yeah, what are those? I know, man. Uh, but Brent is somebody we've worked with, and he's also somebody Murph and I worked with, and then he's also somebody that's just kind of hung out with us. And it's been really cool to have bouncy ideas off of and things like that. So it's weird because we've actually met quite a few people on Twitter, not just in this community, but like um, my band has actually met some people that we're trying to go play with and actually have gig with, and in doing so, try to share uh, groups of people.
Brent's watching, but he can't comment right now.
Oh, cool. Hey, Brent, I'm talking about you, or I was at least. Yeah, so we were meeting some bands on there and trying to get some gigs set up with them because really, it we were hoping that it would give us um, a little more audience and some branch out to some new venues and even cities. We were thinking about playing in like Cleveland, Pittsburgh. We even talked about going up to like Michigan. So there's places we're trying to go, branch out a little bit. Oh, now I'm getting another phone call. I really don't know what's happening here tonight. Of course, I'm live streaming, so everybody's wanting to call me. So send Brent the link. I know, man. I wish I could. If he was like ready, I would put him on, but I think he's trying to get everything set up, and he was struggling with some headphones, things like that. So if he wants to come on, he can text me, and I will send him the link for sure. Love to chat. Love to have somebody on to chat. So, Crazy Mad, you want to get on and chat? You're more than welcome to jump on too. It's up to you. Yeah. So anyway, I feel happy with what I've done so far. That's not bad for like 40 minutes or so. Yeah, got some warming up to do. I can't talk, man. I get these echoes in my ear from this stream, and I don't know what that is. Normally, when we're on here, I don't have this happening. Yeah, Brent could do it on his phone, that's for sure. But I think he struggles with his phone. It might be the type of phone he has. So let me jump over here. open this up a minute. So I'm going to send you the link. Crazy Mad. Wait a minute. It's going to take me a minute. All right, let's see if this goes on. And boom. There you go, Crazy Mad. I invited you in. So once again, if you guys all join me, I'm just kind of doing character studies, just drawing, trying to get warmed up. I've been out of practice actually, and just hearing people talk about stuff, I'm like, man, I really need to check this out, like get myself, back into the flow of it. I know Bancroft, he's like loving draw streams right now. And oh, there he is. Got to get Crazy Mad in.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad. How about you?
Doing good. All right. So yeah, we can just hang out, man. Talk about anything you want. I think I might remove this camera, and that way we're just seeing the drawing. And you.
Or my avatar.
Or your avatar.
Yeah, this is like the second stream I've been on in 2 days.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, in 2 days?
Yeah, I showed up Indianapolis and I was on D-Wags at the last second, right before
that's cool. D-Wag's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, he's a wild one.
I want to know why I'm getting playback though. Like I'm getting this loop, and I really don't know what's happening.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I think it's just me. So I can't really attribute it to anything.
That second camera shutting it off didn't stop it?
No, and I removed that one so you can't see my face, and I would think that would do it, but no. I even had it on mute. There's just this big delay. Whenever you try to talk, it just messes with your head. So, well, anyway, we'll get into it anyway.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. We ended up walking around Comic-Con. We got in. I was there for about 30 minutes. And I walked by this stand and I heard Phoenix's voice. Phoenix. And I wasn't
cool.
him because like when he's on camera, he looks like smaller, right? But when like he's bigger than I am.
Right. That's really funny.
So I kind of had to do a double take and look back. And
so he's a big dude, like a big guy, like tall.
Yeah.
Because he looks skinny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but he's really not.
Okay.
I mean, he's not like a big fat guy or anything, but
no, but still, I mean, I think it's weird because you don't fit people that way, like in your mind, you know what I mean? When you see this limited vision of them.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
When you only ever see him from shoulders up.
Yeah. Well, in his look, he looks like some scrawny little dude, you know what I mean? At least in my view.
Yeah, I say, but he's not at all.
That's funny. Well, I'd like to meet everybody. So, what con was it?
It was Indianapolis Comic-Con.
Okay.
Parking was the worst. We ended up losing where we parked.
Oh
There,
man.
there was like 3 or 4 different parking garages around. The D-Wag was really fun. Steve Worster's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
Matty Fowler is a really cool dude.
I'd like to meet everybody. I really would like to meet everybody. Um, I feel like I don't know if we'll ever get that chance, but I know they keep talking about having some kind of CG get together. But
Yeah, like big con. I don't know if I want to go down to like Orlando or wherever the hell they're talking about.
well, that's my problem. It'll be very far away. Like if it was Indiana, hell yeah, I would do that. But I feel like most of them are going to be out in California, out west. I know a
Yeah,
lot of the big guys are.
yeah, I've heard talk of Florida. I've heard talk of Vegas. I've heard California.
Yeah, I heard the Vegas,
Which
and I
Vegas,
kind of hope they don't. I
yeah,
don't
me
know.
too. I mean, it would be fun, but
I can't afford that. So, but hey, if they're all at cons and stuff and traveling, that'd be great. I would definitely try to do that.
Well, Phoenix was saying that he's headed to Texas. Like he was leaving Sunday night and going straight to Texas.
Wow.
And he was going to hang out with the 656 guys.
Oh, that's really cool. I just got the Cryptidnals,
Yeah, I got that too.
and I haven't got into the book yet.
Neither have I. Not yet.
I looked at the supplemental stuff. Man, really cool.
I haven't
Really
even.
glad I did it. I got to, I kind of spend time with it yesterday, and I want to read the book.
What else have you got coming?
Book wise,
Yeah.
nothing. So I got Rob's. Oh, Battlebrook Road. That'd be the next thing.
Yeah, I've got that one coming sometime soon too.
Yeah, been waiting a while on that one.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, man. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think I ordered that early last year.
Yeah, me too. I don't know about early last year, but I know whenever it was campaigning, I ordered it. But I was brand new to CG, and it was really the first book that I backed.
Yeah, me too. That was the very first book that I backed. I was like, that's super cool.
It was cool. It has a great look to it, and I'm excited for it. And then I think Cryptidnals I backed pretty early, the Lucent, and then Arcathena. Man, I love Canetti's stuff.
Arcathena's one I didn't back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And is there a reason or?
No, not really. It's just I didn't see it that much around, like the stuff I watched didn't really promote it that much, so I just kind of forgot about it.
I understand that. He made it very fast, man. Like it really was. And I feel like he was ready to move on really quickly. And I was like, damn, I almost missed it. But then Arcathena 2, I was going to back it, and I never got to. And so I missed it, and I'm really disappointed in that.
Is it not in demand?
I don't think it is. I think he's keeping them kind of specialized,
I don't know if I like that method. That's the mail method.
That's the what method?
The mailing.
Yeah.
Just do your 60, get out.
You don't like the mail-in method?
Not really. I mean, sometimes with books, I just like to wait and to see if they're actually coming, and then like I'll get them in demand, and then I'll get them pretty much right away.
Sure. I mean, I understand why people do it, but I have to say, I would rather. I don't know. I want to let people get the chance to do it. What's the matter?
Yeah, I would think you would want more people to see it, and then when you
Trying, but it's only because I can only see that much.
Oh, I'm going to be doing more here. I'm going to detail it. I'm sorry, crazy. What'd you say?
I think you'd want more people to see it. And, when it starts coming out on Twitter, I got my book and it's getting reviewed and it gets good reviews. Then, like, people are going to be like, oh, okay. And then
Yeah,
you're,
I mean,
man, and you
that's
just
for me
back.
too. I want it selling. But the problem is, I think in demand, if you don't make a sale, then they can take it down.
Oh, so you got to keep
So you have
promoting.
to, yeah, you have to keep selling. So if you don't make any sales, what's the matter?
I can't hear him, but what I was wondering is what if you use this light instead of that light?
Don't I have this light on?
No.
Oh,
What if you use that instead of the overhead one? Can you see better?
I don't know. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks fine on screen.
I mean, I think that looks okay. I'll try
I feel like
turning
you
it
can
up.
see the drawing a little bit better.
Let me try to turn
What
it up.
does he think?
I don't know. Can you guys see that better?
I could see your pencils.
Yeah.
I thought the other one was whiting out
See,
the page so much it was hard to see.
I don't know. Maybe try a different.
I may be wrong. I was just wondering.
Well, it's hard telling what it really is. I mean, sometimes softer light too. That bluish light might help. Sorry, I'm trying to flick through and see what works.
They're all working so far.
Yeah, I mean, you can see pencil. I'm drawing with a harder or a softer lead, so it comes out, darker. Because that's the thing is seeing it. I want everybody to be able to see what I'm doing. But I think I'll leave it like this for now. Yeah, so when you go to in demand, so Ballad is in demand. And we made one sale this month since the campaign closed. So I hope it gets to be up for the next month. But we really stopped shilling for it too. And I think we need to get back out there and push a little bit. But our focus has been more getting the coloring done and, trying to get some other things, going. I got to do sketch cards. So, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like philosophical. If you don't think that you will get anything out of it, then you're going to move on past it,
Yeah.
Excuse me. I know like some guys don't like the digital thing. For me, I like the digital idea. But for them, they were like, no, it's no good. And they feel like the digital should cost just as much as, the printed version.
I don't know. I'm not a digital guy.
Yeah, I get it. And for me, it's not about digital being the main thing. Does that make sense? So our book is digital as a way to get it out to people, not because that's the main focus. And
I mean, I
yeah,
understand it for like, especially for like the overseas people.
yeah, that's really what it's about. Because
Like,
when we were thinking about it, we were like, we have friends in Australia, we have people we've met, and I'm like, well, I want to give them the chance to get it, even if they don't want to spend on all that, shipping and everything. I want to give them the ability to have the book in their hand.
oh, it's actually a really good idea too, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you got to beat the shipping some way, and we're
But for
just in
me,
this crappy time.
I'm a collector, so like I don't. I want the hard physical copy.
Yeah, I get that, and that's why we offer that as well. And I think it's a best of both worlds. Um, but when you there's people who really have a lot of hard feelings about it, um, and I didn't know why. Like they're really adamantly against that.
No, I would never be like, oh, they're selling digital copies. I'm not backing that.
Right. I
Like if it
wouldn't
looks
think
cool,
anybody would
it looks
be, but
cool.
I don't know what kind of pose I'm doing here, so I'm just messing around. Trying to make it look like he's pulling on a rope or something. But I think he's out of proportion. You can tell I haven't drawn in a while, man.
Well, you do better than I do.
Well, it's just practice, but I've really been out of the loop.
Oh, you finished Righteous Gemstones, didn't you?
Yes, man. Loved it.
I did too. I liked this season better than I liked the other ones.
Yeah. It was a good show. Haven't seen a good show in a long time, especially a comedy. I just feel like, you know, they're hard to come by.
Yeah, a lot of stuff misses the mark.
It really does. Or it starts out great and then they overshoot it or something. Just never ends up being great.
They
But
really
yeah,
did.
go ahead.
I rewatched Game of Thrones pretty recently, right?
Oh, did you?
And like I was a huge fan when it was on, but the ending made me so mad that I haven't watched it since. Like the last
Really?
episode aired. Yeah, I was one of those that was not really happy with it.
Wow, man. I'll tell you what, Murph hates it too at the end. Um, I didn't have as strong of a feeling about it than he did. I think it was because I was just trying to see where the story was going to go. But he was like, no way. How could they let this down and change this? And once he told me about it, I was like, he's right. It's 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 not very good.
Yeah, like, and that's what I was gonna say. Rewatching it, I was, man, I loved the first 5 seasons on the rewatch.
Yeah, they're really good, man. I mean, it's
I was like, man,
super well done.
I quit watching this. It was so good. And then then I rewatched the last 2 seasons again. And,
And it just let you down all over.
yeah, it totally did.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's there, but you have such hope in it. Um, I'll tell you, the only show that followed all the way through for me was The Last Kingdom.
The Last Kingdom. I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh man, you get Netflix?
Yep.
Okay, you got to watch it. It is fantastic. Um, the character, his name's Uhtred.
Is it Viking stuff?
It's got to do with the Danes, so it's got some Viking in it, but it's not like straight up Vikings. And it
Okay.
really has a lot to do with the coming together of England, and how England was kind of formed a little bit and disjointed, how disjointed it was early on.
Yeah.
But in the midst of all that is this character. And the guy who wrote the book, he had a distant relative. And his relative is the basis for this hero. Uh, and I gotta say, man, the way they handled the show, they really cared about the character. He stayed true throughout the whole thing, and you don't get to see that very often. Most of the time, the hero gets broken somehow, or uh, I don't know, they change so drastically that you're like, it's not what you really loved from the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did to Luke in Star Wars.
It's a goddamn travesty.
I know. So I heard you're a Star Wars fan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I know Worcester is too.
Yeah.
And for me, the thing about Luke, he was the greatest, like probably the greatest pop culture hero of all time, right? Like for me at least.
I agree. And his dad
Um,
was probably the greatest villain of all time.
yeah. And for him to throw that lightsaber in the water, I went, what the hell am I watching?
I did the exact same thing.
I almost got up and walked out of the theater. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then I kept watching, and then he started like drinking that blue milk and shit. And I was like, what are they doing to this? This looks so stupid. And then it just kept getting worse. Then basically, he became this coward of a hero who had to fight across the galaxy instead of going there with them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying like the whole time. I'm like, how are you going to treat the only person in the entire universe who saw a glimmer of hope inside of Darth Vader?
Yeah,
Turned him,
right.
and now he just senses some bad stuff in his nephew and like wants to kill him in his sleep and stuff. I was like, that is not Luke Skywalker.
Okay, so taking it back to that, that's on top of the other shit, and that's what blew my mind. I think, well, as the story developed, and they showed that he almost struck down his nephew, and I went, "Are you kidding me? He's the one who saw the hope in Vader. Why would he ever try to strike his family down?" It was out of character at that point.
It made no sense to me either.
Yeah, they proved that he was willing to give his family a chance, his father a chance, the most ruthless villain of all time, a chance. You know. And then his nephew has some dark side in him. He's like, I better kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, this is stupid, man.
And like the whole premise of The Last Jedi is basically a chase movie, right? Like,
yeah.
Like the First Order's there and they run out all their resources and they're chasing them, but they're keeping them at distance, right?
Right.
So you're on this ship being chased, right? And these people leave the ship and then come back in the middle of the chase. Like Finn and the what's her face?
Yes.
They leave the ship in the middle of the chase to go warn her or something. I can't remember what it was. It's been so long since. But then they come back to the ship. Like, how are they faster in this pod than the Empire? Yeah. It's like, come on. This is the worst chase in the history of chases.
Yeah, and I felt like they put Finn on a bullshit mission. And I don't know about you, but I like the new characters when they introduced them at first in the new movie in what is it? The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I was kind of excited for it because I thought, oh, they're going to take a whole new direction, you know? But then they didn't. And they went right back to the Death Star and they went, just back to the same old shit. And I was like, okay, this movie's going to suck now. But yeah. I really did like those new characters. They had me excited.
At least it wasn't Jar Jar.
Well, yeah,
a Jar Jar like character.
yeah. But I actually liked them because it had some of that old feel that Han and Luke had and Leia whenever they were excited to fight with each other.
Oh yeah,
And I was
I
like, they're nailing that.
I think they really missed the boat getting Luke, Han, and Carrie in the same movie at the same time
Yeah,
together
right.
again. They missed the boat on that one.
Yeah, they did. Um, but they really jacked it up when they destroyed Luke.
Oh, I 100% agree. If I owned Lucasfilm, what I would have done with it is I would have done some sort of mix of Thrawn and the Jedi Academy.
Yeah. Um, I think you're exactly right. I think we're going to get Thrawn because they're actually trying to develop him, I think, for some of the Ahsoka series. Um, but I don't know if we'll get him the way we want, you know?
Well, have you seen Rebels?
Yes, I love Rebels.
I love Rebels too. I'm not gonna lie.
It was well done, and they care about the old lore with the new, and it matches really well.
I think Ahsoka is going to be some kind of conclusion to Rebels in some
Yeah,
way.
for sure. Um, and I'll be happy about that because I liked the end of Clone Wars when she's with the clones.
Like the Bad Batch season 7 ones, or
Well, did you see the end of Clone Wars?
which ones? 7 or like the 6 where it originally ended?
It's not the original ending, it's the new ending. They brought out the
Uh,
new, and it's
yeah,
her.
where she went through Order 66 and whatnot.
Yes, yes.
And
I thought
Maul.
that was well done.
I did too. And I
Um,
actually think that Rebels has some of the best Star Wars, like the season 2 finale when they had Maul and Vader and Ahsoka all in the temple.
yeah,
That was amazing. That's an amazing story arc.
yeah, I agree, man. Um, she, Ahsoka was great for the Rebels, and those characters in the Rebels were fantastic.
I agree. I
I
agree.
hope that they bring in all those characters because if they do, it'll be really exciting.
Thank God Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character is dead.
Oh, really? You didn't like him?
I just don't like Freddie Prinze, but I like Kanan.
Oh man, yeah, I really like Kanan because
You
I was
too.
kind of hoping they'd do more with him.
But he's voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. And
Yeah.
I'm not a big.
Well, you can't have it all, man.
Nah. As long as I just don't have to see him, I'm fine.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I liked him in that.
Yeah,
Get,
I Kanan. Like Kanan, he did a good job.
um,
And I was
I don't
gonna
know.
say I actually prefer Rebels to Clone Wars in some ways.
Yeah, I do.
Because
For sure.
Clone Wars it's just a mix of stories. And then like Rebels
Yeah,
is more of a linear story from front to end.
I thought so too. And the way it was done, it actually develops a really cool character and makes you want to get back into the Jedi lore.
Yes. I
So
agree.
I don't know, man. I really have a lot of hopes for it, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I'm not that excited for Kenobi.
No, me either.
Like,
Um, but you know what? I was loving Mando,
oh, I
and
love man.
but then they brought out Book of Boba Fett, and I have to say, Boba Fett should have been more badass than Mandalorian. And
Um, or at
And
least as badass.
well, okay, I'll give you that too. But yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't at all. So
No,
Casey says, "Who am I supposed to chat with in the chat now that Crazy Mad's in the stream?"
we you need to direct line to Mo Big, so he's always in the chat.
No doubt. I don't know how to get a hold of that guy, man. Luke loves blueberry Nesquik straight from the tap. Ridiculous. Yeah, I know we're getting nerdy here with Star Wars, but I love this conversation because I never get to have this conversation.
I'm a ginormous fan who watches everything.
Yeah, I
Dude,
watched the Bad Batch as well.
Oh, I did too.
And I actually liked it okay.
I didn't mind it. It's all right.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't awesome, but I thought it was well made.
I thought it was all right. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen.
No, I mean it didn't take away from anything. You know what I mean? Um, did it add a lot?
Boba's got a sister. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. And which is fine with me. I don't care.
I have a
Basically,
theory.
she's a clone.
You want to hear my theory?
What's that?
The armorer in Mandalorian is Boba's sister, Omega.
Oh, you think so? Ooh. She's pretty cool, man.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, they both have Mandalorian ties, even though they're not really Mandalorians.
I mean, it could be. It's hard saying because I don't know where they're going with a lot of this stuff. But
I don't.
here's the thing I feel about Boba Fett. And spoilers, just so if everybody hasn't seen it yet, Cad Bane to me was really cool.
Yes.
And to see him come to life, that was such a great thing. I knew it was him when they showed the man walking in the distance.
Where he's real blurry, yeah, me
yes,
too.
in the heat of the desert. And I was like, oh, that's got to be Cad Bane. The way he's walking up, he was just like this. It's a Western. And I was like, that's perfect.
That is perfect.
And then he gets up there and they show his face. I was like, even his voice, it was the same guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fantastic. But then they ended it at the end of Boba Fett. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I was disappointed.
But then they brought, like, did you see the closing scene of the last episode?
Maybe. Did he?
I can't think. The name escapes me. It's I
can't stop hitting my camera.
In the Mando, the guy he took the armor from, Boba's armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the sheriff.
Yeah, the one that Cad Bane shot in the last episode.
Uh-huh.
At the end of the episode, they show him laying in a Bacta tank.
Oh, nice.
Like after the credits and stuff. So I think they're. So if he's not dead, they have a bad habit of not leaving dead characters dead.
Yeah, they do. Well, I'm hoping Cad Bane isn't dead because he's too good. And to kill him just in his live action debut, that seems stupid to me.
Yeah, me too.
Like you wait all that time and then you kill him off. I was highly disappointed.
He's got like one of those big bounty hunter type followings too. Like Boba in the original movies, Boba's only in the movies for like not very long, 20 minutes. Maybe.
It's true, and
blew up.
You don't need to be.
I don't think that he was expected to blow up when they made the movies like that.
Yeah,
but he blew up,
right,
as a character, and Cad Bane's kind of the same way.
Yeah, and that's the allure. I mean, they just have these great personalities, and definitely from the old West style. And if they stick to that, then they have, money.
I
I mean,
I
for
mean,
me,
they'll always have those detractors that are like, everything sucks. This sucks. Not giving them my money. Gina Carano, all that stuff.
I get that, man, but it, to me, I can't hate on everything all the time. I'm not an MCU hater. I actually like the MCU. Um,
I'm
I'm
not.
just not one of those guys.
I'm not an MCU hater either.
I mean, they don't do everything right. They don't do everything terrible, though.
No.
So, and that's why I'm like, these are the best movies we've ever had. Um, if you go back and look at everything that's been in the history of these superhero movies, you there's only been a few that have been better than what the MCU's been doing. You know what I mean? Like, I guess if you go back and say Superman, back in the 80s, but even that is really dated now.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's hard to go back and watch, even though it's great.
There's great elements to it, but I got to say, what would I rather watch? I would rather watch the new MCU stuff.
Some of it.
I mean,
Like,
I enjoyed all of the Infinity stuff with the MCU.
I like all the Avengers stuff.
Yeah,
did
I get
dig
it. If you're fans of those characters, I'm sure they messed up some things.
Like, I didn't dig Shang-Chi very much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually really like that. But it's one of those things where if you don't know the lore, I think it threw off a lot of people. And
Yeah.
I don't really know the lore, but I enjoyed it anyway.
I don't know the lore to that character.
Yeah, I'm not real knowledgeable.
But I don't know. When I think back to like my top 5 MCU movies or superhero movies, I don't know how I'd rank it, but there wouldn't be very many MCUs in the top 5.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Like,
So what would be? I just want to know.
my favorite, I really loved Logan.
Did you really?
Yeah, I loved it.
I struggle with Logan, man.
Um, I really loved The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight was cool. I understand why that was, well loved.
I really loved Deadpool, the first one. The second one was really good too.
Deadpool really was good. I enjoy it, but it didn't have. I guess I'm just not a big Deadpool fan. I like him. Don't get me wrong, but it's not Captain America. You know what I mean? And for me, I just love Captain America.
I actually think The Winter Soldier is the best film in the MCU.
It is. And I agree with you wholeheartedly because it's got all the characterization and the heart. It nailed all the characters. And man, if you would take the superhero out of it, it would still be a great movie.
Yes.
And that's what I was looking at. I think that's why The Dark Knight lasts so much. If you took all the superheroes out of that movie, it would still be a very cool, like, crime movie.
Yeah, like, and it's easy to do that with Batman, especially that movie, because none of the characters in them were really super powered. Like, Batman, right. No superpowers. The Joker is not super powered. He's just a crazy guy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He says he's just a guy with half a face.
Yeah. I don't know, man. What else? I love the Infinity movies. Well, Infinity and Endgame. And a lot of people are, oh, I hated Endgame. And I'm like, I don't know why. I
I
loved it.
I wasn't big on Endgame. I liked Infinity War,
Yeah,
but I think it was just that it was too much packed into too little for me.
really.
That's kind of the way I see it.
Okay. I mean, I can respect everybody's opinion about it. I just
I
I
don't
can't
hate.
go on
You'll never.
streams and hate on it.
Yeah, you'll never hear me say, "Oh, that's the worst thing. Piece of trash. Don't watch it." Blah blah. Blah. You'll never hear me say that. Like I
Yeah,
like, but it's not like I just thought Infinity War was better.
yeah, I get it. I oh, man, there were so many pieces to all of it that I liked, and I can't believe they brought everything home. It blew me away that they were able to take the characters and finish what they started.
Yeah.
And I think with a lot of movies that we're seeing now, they just can't do that. You know.
How are the shows working for you?
Oh, they're not they're not hitting the mark. I think in 6 episodes we should be getting walloped with awesomeness. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Uh, if you're going to do 6 episodes, then they need to be jam packed with just amazing action, amazing story, and we're not getting that.
I agree.
I would say,
I reserve judgment on Moon Knight because it's not out yet, but like every single one of them has missed the mark for me.
well, it's out. I mean, it's got 3 episodes.
I mean, I'm striking it because it's not all the way played through yet.
Yeah. You're
'Cause I
right.
don't like it's intriguing to me. Moon Knight is actually kind of intrigued or piqued my interest.
Yeah, I
'Cause
like it. I hope they keep pushing because right now I don't think it's hitting the mark. So I'm
I'm
hoping that they do something with it.
I'm right there with you on that one.
Um, with Hawkeye, I actually liked Hawkeye. Um, and I think the reason I liked it was because the way they played out the characters.
Hawkeye, I it's my favorite of all the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Uh,
if you don't, Daredevil and Punisher, and I'm just talking about the Disney ones.
yeah. Um, I think, I mean, I loved Daredevil.
Oh yeah, Daredevil was amazing.
Um, and then to see him in Spider Man and then to see Fisk in Hawkeye, I was kind of blown away.
Yep, me too.
So I was excited. I can't deny that.
You think they'll bring back Bernthal for Punisher?
I want to say yes because he was so popular.
I mean, they did it with Charlie Cox and Wilson Fisk.
Yeah. And that's
So
what makes me think they're probably going to do it. Even if they're slightly different than what we got. But man, I don't know. It's hard saying what they're going to do because anymore Marvel just wants to surprise you more than anything else,
yeah,
and I don't love that. And mainly, I don't love it because I feel like they're doing that in place of worrying about, making sure the story's great.
which is what they should be doing.
Yeah, so they're kind of, I don't know, like I wanted to like Scarlet Witch, the what was it called? Vision and Scarlet Vision or whatever it was called. What's that?
WandaVision.
WandaVision. That's what it was. And it was so weird. I couldn't like the whole thing. I liked the end of it because she ended on such a high note.
I couldn't get into it either. Like,
yeah, but early on it was weird as hell.
With all the old shows, like,
I thought that was a great idea, but I don't think it came across. And it was hard to watch because it was so goony at times.
Yes.
But then, like White, or what was it? Spectre Vision. He was cool. But then you had basically, Wanda in her outfit, which looked really cool, actually. So I think they did a good job with that.
Yeah.
And I like that woman. I can't think of her name. She's going to be in Captain Marvel or whatever. Rambeau.
Monica.
Yeah. I thought she was cool.
I like
her. What's that?
X-Men's Quicksilver too.
Yeah, yeah.
But then
I thought that was
like,
I thought it was going to pay off, man.
Yeah, and then they just was like, "Oh, you're just a dude in this town."
Yeah, I was let down. I was really let down. So I don't know. We'll see where they go.
I mean, that's all we can do, really.
Yeah. Yes. I'm not loving my drawing. There's a lot wrong with this drawing. So it's getting me back into it, though.
So when's the last time you actually put down stuff on paper?
Man, it's been months because we've just been shilling the book. I think that's part of the problem with, campaigning and everything. It's like, it's a necessary evil, but it does take you away from getting your work done. So when people are like, they want their books on time, I'm like, yeah, but you also want to watch the stream with him and you want, all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I hear people complaining because EVS is late and then he streams a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get that. But on the other hand, if he didn't stream, people would be throwing a fit that he wasn't streaming.
Oh, yeah.
And it really takes time away.
Well, see, that's what the good thing about what you guys do is, like, right now you can work and stream at the same time.
Yeah. If you're smart about it, it'll work out like that. Like for me right now, I'm trying to warm up and just get myself back into the flow again because I know I'm out of it. I need practice. So that's what I'm doing right now. Even if I look like shit on stream, I'm just like, let myself look like shit. It's okay. Because that's not the point.
That's
the point is warming up.
That's why they make erasers.
Well, that too, but I mean, this is terrible. I do not feel good about this drawing.
I don't think it looks terrible at all.
Well, it's not up to what I would normally do. But I'm also just having a little bit of fun and just seeing where it goes. And that's okay. I've got to learn to be a little more loose and let my pencils flow a little more. And that's why I was doing this stuff, because I felt like as I played with a little more, I really do like what come out of it. But the first drawing, I'm probably the most happy with. It looks more like the character than anything. It's kind of weird how that works, but
Now you just see
um,
you want to touch up.
what's that?
I said now, and you're going back over. You're like, I want to touch this up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I forgot his beard. I forgot to finish it. Whoops, hit the camera. And I just noticed. I was like, oh yeah, that needs to be fixed. But other than that, I'm happy with it. Really, when I'm feeling good, the flow of my art, it feels good when I draw. Um, but I would say it takes me a while, and because I've been out of it, I've just been, I don't know, not feeling as good, not feeling as confident, and sometimes live streams help me get that. If you're willing to mess up in front of a lot of people, I think it builds your confidence. But yeah, I don't know, man. I got to get back into it.
Yeah, it'll come. Like, have you started laying out anything for book 2 yet?
Well, a good question. No. We are going to, but first thing is to do sketch cards. So I promised everybody that signed up they're going to get sketch cards. So I'm probably going to draw stream those once I get them, but I want to print up some really nice ones with Ballad of the Celestials on it, so it's a nice printed card, you know.
Yeah.
And then once I do that, so I have about 60 of those to do, which is crazy.
That's not bad. Did you see
It's
Kim
not.
had to do like 200 or something?
Yes.
Still has like 100 to go.
Man, that's so nuts. I saw him do the first 100. I watched the stream. But for me, I don't want to do that much. And I'm glad I didn't have to. So 60, I can do 60. Then I have to finish a few touches on some things, like a couple pages, just to get them ready for color. They're pretty much done, but I think they're little nitpicky things for me. Then we have playing cards. And so I've been trying to finish the design on that. We have pretty much the overall design, but then Kevin was like, you know, we need to get Dio Lima to cover this or color this. And whenever he colors it, he doesn't want you to already have color in there. So I had to make it a black, black line.
Yeah.
Because the way I did it was digital and it wasn't fully black line.
So you had to go.
I painted it. So I wanted to go back in and make sure that it was, real, like, I don't know, ready for color drawing. Then I think once we do that, what else do we have? We'll probably have like credit pages and any supplemental things we want to put in there in the book. So just like final touches.
So you're almost ready for print then, huh?
Well, as far as work goes, yeah, but the coloring, we still have like half the book to color.
That's not too bad, I don't think.
No, it's really not bad. It's Dio Lima, though, he's got such a full plate. And he works for Marvel and he works for DC. And I sent him 3 pages, but we're not the priority. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's really why Kemosabe was late, getting his book out. Dio had such big, big workload.
And he
And
had that massive paper shortage too that really screwed him
well,
over.
yeah, yes. So we're trying to keep Dio Lima on with us, because he's such a great colorist. But I don't know how sustainable it is if we need to pick up the pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and then the
So
other problem. I'm
if
sorry.
you
Go ahead. You have a question?
if you did have to switch colorists, like,
No, we haven't had to yet.
but if you would
Oh,
you
okay.
would you have them just redo the whole book in their style, or just do whatever Dio Lima didn't do?
I would have him only do what he didn't do. I think, because for me, why do that? That's a lot of double work. You know what I mean? And then you're also paying for that twice. Hey,
Yeah,
Jim, thanks for joining. And I think that's the downfall. Like having them recolor everything. Woof, you're asking for money at that point.
yeah, that's
I don't think I could do that. Um, I think I would rather um, just get the colorist on there. Dang, I hit my camera. Let's see if I can get it up here. But yeah, so for me, I want to keep our colorist. I don't want to lose him. He's too good. And there's nothing wrong. Right now, he's been working great with us. It's just he's probably not as fast as he could be just because of the workload. So we still have half the book to color, and I would say about 16 pages, and then any of the little supplemental stuff that we have. So
behind the scenes kind of stuff, like sketches for stuff and shit like that.
yeah, so it'll be the card, the playing card, and then um, maybe a print or something like that. So it's not going to be a lot of extra supplemental stuff, but it, you know, it's going to put those final touches on everything. So
That'll be cool.
yeah, man, I cannot wait. I'm so excited, um, just to see it in print and physically have it. This has been a big thing for me to finish,
Hell,
and
I was great. Did
it's a long time coming. It really is.
you see what Oz said?
No, no, is he here? Oh, good.
He said, threaten to replace him with your boy Zach as colorist if he doesn't hurry up.
Well, I hate to threaten him because he's so good, and I don't want to threaten him. I'm not even. I don't even think I need to be down on him because he's really doing a great job for us. So I'm just getting worried that he's not going to be able to complete it because of his workload. Hey, Oz, great man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably a big problem with someone who works for Marvel.
yeah. I mean, he's doing. I saw the other day he was doing stuff for several companies. It wasn't just Marvel and DC. And then he's also working with us, and he's got a lot of other people I think that are demanding, stuff from him. And he's sought after. He's so good. It makes me happy he's on our book. And for me, I would rather have somebody that's really great, you know, and wait a little bit for the quality.
Than
Because what's that?
to have someone come on who's not as good, and you can definitely tell a difference in the last 16 pages you said.
Yeah, man, I'm really worried about that. So I would rather have really great colors. I really would.
It's the smart move. It's definitely the smart move.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's definitely the only move that I want to work with because I don't want to deal with that. But I understand it. I mean, I know people are they have things going on, and he's got work. I think it's great to see that he has work, but on the other hand, I'm kind of like, leave him alone.
Let,
But
let
let
him
him get
finish
our work
my
done.
shit.
Yeah. Don't mess with him right now. So I don't know. We'll see. All I know is that Murph and we're going to start hitting some Comic Cons, I think, this summer. We want to see some guys there. Oh, look at that. Mo made it.
Hail
Hail
Mo.
Mo. Yeah, we definitely want to hit the Comic Cons. And mainly because we want to reach a different audience. And I know that's not the only audience, but it's going to be some different people for us.
Yeah, and the more eyes you get, the better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think our book has some visual stuff that looks great. I'm hoping people like the story, but I think the story's intriguing. And so I think we have some great things going for it.
Mo, I wasn't supposed to be. I just showed up, and it was easier to talk to him like this than to type everything.
That's true. He was the only one hanging out, man. Had to get him on. So yeah, we just thought we'd have him come on and talk because I'm boring while I draw, and it's much better to have somebody that's hanging out and talking with everyone. And I'm just doing kind of little sketches of Bern, so I don't really have any idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to have some fun.
How much fun can you have without Chook, though?
Not much fun. Although I tried to draw Chook, and he wasn't quite what I was wanting to bring out, but it was a good start. So we'll get back to him for sure.
Once you get him down, then maybe Mo will hire you in exposure to do ARO.
Yeah. That would be cool. Oops. Got a little too pointed.
So we bored KC to sleep, huh?
Oh, yeah. You talk Star Wars and she's done. She was like, I'm out of here. I don't blame her. She can't handle it.
She's in the other room making weird, different sandwiches.
Yeah, she is. She was rearranging the house actually tonight after Easter. She was getting everything de-Eastered.
I imagine her putting the folding tables away. It's like folding table, folding table, fold. Oh, we got a folding table sandwich here.
She's a really good cook, and she makes some good sandwiches sometimes. So I gotta say, I appreciate that. Oh, I'm barely on the screen here. So, oh, look at that. I think she came back. I've been doing countless hours. Street tacos or sandwiches. And Jim says, I never watched Star Wars. So, Jim, does that mean the whole thing? You've never watched any Star Wars at all? That's an interesting thing. Okay, it's okay, Casey. We're not going to start again. I just need to know if Jim ever watched it at all. That's great. It seems crazy to me that somebody would never ever watch it. So I
Yeah,
get
like
that you don't finish it.
I would do episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then call it quits after that, because those are actually like really good, and they still hold up.
Yeah, yeah, they're well done. Good stories. But yeah, Casey's never been a fan, but she did like Last Kingdom.
I
So you
changed
got
my
somebody
mind.
who,
I don't think I'm going to check it out if Casey liked it.
yeah, because she doesn't like that kind of stuff. So for her to say it's good, it's good. Just really great characterization. I know Jeremy likes it a lot. Lord Crackhead. Um, he talks about it, and I think Bancroft talks about it too. So a lot of people end up liking it.
I'll have to check it out. I'm a binge watcher anyway.
Yeah, me too. But once we got Murph on to Righteous Gemstones, man, that show so good.
I liked Eastbound and Down with Danny McBride.
Yeah, I watched some of that. I didn't finish it. Um, for me, it was okay.
It's got its stupid parts.
Yeah, it does. Oh, look at this. Jim says, I never watched any Star Wars movie. Wow. Only familiar with the characters through commercials. Star Wars is dead now anyway. Destiny is all. That's the way Uhtred says it. Sorry. Heck yes. Uhtred, son of Uhtred. Kenny effin' Powers. Kenny effin' Powers. Oh, that's Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I almost forgot. Yeah, I like that. It's it's weird though. I remember the song more than the show because I grew up listening to that song.
I don't remember the song.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down.
Brothers have been trucking.
Yeah, man. So good. It's good times. Um, the thing about that show is I thought more was going to happen and I thought they were going to develop some things and it didn't quite go the way I thought it would. And I was like, I don't know. Not
Yeah.
what you know what I mean? And I think that's what happened. Like I was afraid that's what was going to happen with Righteous Gemstones.
And it still might. It's not over yet, is it?
What's that?
Righteous Gemstones.
No. They're only 2 seasons in, and I think they're probably gaining popularity. So,
I agree.
and they have a lot of character development to do yet.
If you're going to watch any HBO series, I highly, highly suggest Band of Brothers.
Oh yeah, I love that one. That was out. That was good.
Oz is a good one.
Now I didn't finish Oz. I only watched a little bit of it. I know a lot of people liked it though.
It was pretty wild.
I liked a lot of people that came out of that. What's his name that played J. Jonah Jameson?
Oh, yeah. I don't know his name either.
Yeah.
But I know who you're talking about.
He's a great actor.
He's in those Allstate commercials.
Yeah. He plays Gordon now. Or he played Gordon for a little bit.
Man, Band of Brothers has more people in it than J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons, man. What a great show. Great show. That was like right after Saving Private Ryan,
Yeah.
and everybody was into, the World War stuff.
But man, there's so many people in that show. Like James
Yeah.
Mac and Michael Fassbender, and they
Right.
all play like bit roles in that stuff.
Right. Oz great, says JK. We should have been reading the chat. We were just way behind, man.
That's yeah, Oz is. I was reading the chat. That's why I saw him put it in there.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was way behind. Sharpen up here. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff out there. It's just finding it now. I know a lot of people are watching, what is it, the Paramount channel?
Paramount Plus.
Maybe that's what it was. And they're talking about Kevin Costner.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, right. I know that's the big one right now. I haven't checked it out yet. So I don't know about it.
But it was. I just couldn't get into it.
Interesting. Because everybody's going crazy about it.
I know I've had multiple people tell me to watch it. That and the other one, 1883.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the prequel to Yellowstone or something.
Oh, really? I have to give it all a shot, man, because I don't know. There's my crazy dog.
I might get into it. I might try it again. But I just watched the first couple episodes and it didn't get me there yet.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, Last Kingdom is fantastic, man. The action is good, and then they stay true to the character the whole time.
That's a
big thing to me.
I got 3 episodes left of the thing I'm watching, and then I'm in between binges, and I have no idea. So,
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'll probably give that one a go.
Yeah, do it, because I don't think you'll be let down, to be honest. Although it's easy now, when you tell somebody about something, you always worry because there's so much shit out there.
What's the chat watching?
Yeah, that's a good question. Not seeing many people in the chat right now. I think we had some people, and then we might have lost them.
It was the Star Wars talk.
I guess so.
Oh, well. I mean,
I'm feeling better about drawing, though, but I'm still not 100%. I'm not loving everything I'm doing. I just rigged his head up, so. Yeah, I jacked his head good. Whatever. Just got to keep rolling sometimes.
You're just kind of sketching around, aren't you, though?
Yeah. That's why I'm not too worried about it. This is not serious stuff. This is just stuff for me to practice, getting a feel, playing with the elements of the character. I can't wait to get back in the book, though, because it's exciting to draw to me. The book is.
It's all the other stuff, huh?
What's that?
It's all the other stuff.
Yeah. For
Painting.
me, what'd you say?
Fulfilling's going to be a whole other monster too.
Yeah, it is. Now, the good thing is we have Critical Blast helping us. I mean, I can't talk with this delay, man. It's really jacking me over. But yeah, Critical Blast is helping us do the fulfillment, which I'm glad because I don't know if we could have pulled it off. Not in a great, like, organized way. Plus, they have like all the Gemini mailers. They put it in all the bags for you. It's really nice.
I bet.
And I'm like, well, if somebody's willing to do that, why not? I mean, I think for some people, they enjoy the fulfillment piece of it. So they're like, I don't want somebody doing that for me. And I understand that. But for me, I would rather focus on the book than have to focus on all that stuff.
I get you.
If
it makes fiscal sense to have someone else do it,
yeah,
I 100% do that.
It makes sense, and I think we don't have a lot of room to do that kind of stuff. Like having the room for the boxes and things like that. So it makes it nicer for us.
Yeah, that's definitely the way I'd probably go too.
So, what's that?
Amanda B just showed
up. Kick crazy. Yeah. Well, he was the only one chatting with me for a long time, Amanda. So I had to have him come on.
And I swear, Amanda is all. So.
Yeah. I think Murph might be sick. So not sure if he's going to be on the show with me tomorrow. And I thought, well, this would be fun to stream tonight. So it's last minute, impromptu. Just having some fun.
See, that's who you ought to invite on for tomorrow is Amanda B.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So that's who you ought to invite on tomorrow is Amanda B.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I can tell you to kick her the whole time.
Yeah, we can't kick Amanda. I'm not going to kick anybody except Murph. Except Murph. He's the one that deserves to be kicked most of the time. So it's weird. I didn't have a guest set up for tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can get somebody last minute, but yeah, we didn't set it up this time. There's been a lot of things going on. Taxes were really weighing on me this week. And I waited till this last week to do it. So that kind of put me off of everything as well.
I, too, waited to the last minute to do it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do. But it sucks, man. It sucks to have to do. And it's a necessary thing you got to do. And let's just be honest. The tax man sucks really hard.
Yep, because if you don't do it, they will find you.
Yeah, and so those new tax forms, we ended up like owing money because the new tax form. So make sure you're looking at what you're filling out if you end up doing that, because they'll get you. But I think they count on that stuff, man.
Oh, yeah. And I never do them myself anyway. I always have a skilled professional.
Who
happens to be a mother.
Yeah, I don't like to have other people do it. But it's not like it's a pride thing. It's just I think it's money. I don't want to spend money on that. You know?
That's what's great about my mom. She's a
Oh
skilled
yeah.
professional at it, and I don't have to pay her money.
Yeah. That's cool. I am the one that does it all in my family. And this year just really was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Amanda B asks, new tax form or because of the child care credit? That was rough for a lot of people.
Yeah, it wasn't the child care credit. It was actually because on the W-4, if you don't specify what you want taken out, they didn't take anything out. So Casey had switched jobs, nothing got taken out all year, and then we owed for that year. So that's the way it played. So you got to make sure that you have withholding, you know, and if you don't have any, you're screwed. So just be careful if you guys switch jobs or anything like that, or have to fill those out. Make sure you uh, have the HR person look it over with you and do the worksheet with it or something. And I'm telling you, because I think they're counting on people just not getting it.
Like and subscribe to Dirk and Mir Duke It Out for the best tax advice.
That's right. Murph and Dirk. We can do tax. Maybe that'll bring us some money. Start a new business.
Murph and Dirk do CG taxes.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just terrible. I don't want to go back through it. I know that. So just been putting it off and putting it off. And then I have my kids to do this year too. So
Taxes. Boo.
yeah. Did you hear Casey? Taxes, boo.
Yep, she sounds just like me.
Oh man. Terrible times. So we were talking about books we were backing. So I wanted to get
Yeah.
back to that. Well, the reason I wanted to get back to it was I haven't backed anything. So whenever Arc Athena 2 came out, I missed out on it. There's my dog. And it closed before I could get back to the book. And I was really upset. So I don't have any CG books that I'm backing right now, mainly because of money reasons. But there's a lot I want to back.
I have a whole backlog of stuff that I have backed.
Yeah? That you're
that
just
I'm
waiting
waiting.
on?
Yep.
Wow. So do you feel good about that? Like you're happy about waiting on it, or are you kind of upset that you're not getting them yet?
No, I'm not upset. I'm not one of those guys that get totally bent about late books.
Yeah. I don't feel too bad. I'm like, I understand why some of these guys are late. And it doesn't bother me that much. As long as I get it. I feel like if you just take my money and run, then I'll be angry. But other than that, as long as I get it. And Amanda says Arc Athena 2 will ultimately go to the Iconics website after he fulfills. Man, I hope so. Number one was only $5 more. Yeah. And I just missed out on two. It closed before I was able to do it. I had set some money aside, but then my kids needed some of the money for driving, things like that. So we've been going through that whole transition of them driving now. And so, you got to set priorities. So I have no problem doing that.
Priorities. Boo.
Did you hear it, Casey? I hope you guys
Yeah.
did. Priority. Boo.
Priority.
And, you know, it just sucks because I have a lot of books that I didn't get to back. I still don't have Arc Athena 1. Unacceptable. I know, man. That's the way I feel. I want it really bad. Wow, that is pretty crazy.
You ever one yet?
She goes, I heard her that time. Oh, yeah. So, are you going to
You
bed?
yet? Is there a reason
That's
for that?
crazy. It's only 9:30 and she's going to bed. That's nuts.
Grandma Casey.
Grandma Casey. She laughed. She goes, I'm freaking tired. Yeah. Anyway.
She had to eat.
What's that?
She had to eat dinner at 5:30 and go to her bingo at like 7, right?
It's true. We did eat at 5:30. And then yeah, now she's going to bed 4 hours later. It's crazy. I can't do that.
I have dinner at 3:30 and go to bed at 7:30.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Amanda said I'd be there too, Casey, if I didn't have to finish something first. So, not me. I'm going to go for a little bit longer and then probably go relax before having to go to bed for work. So, now I don't know if I want to keep doing pictures of Bern or not. Kind of want to move on to something else. Maybe draw Shush. I haven't drawn him in a while either, and I need some practice. So that's what I'm doing on here tonight, everybody. I'm just kind of been practicing. I'm not really getting serious or doing any work. Just trying to get warmed up. I was telling Crazy Mad, I haven't even been drawing because we've been so involved with the campaign and just everything outside of here too. So beyond comics. And so I can't remember the last time I've drawn. Other than like a quick little sketch or something, but
Kind of wish Murph would have got on.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. I think he's sick. I don't think he's, feeling good. I wish he would too.
Hopefully, he's listening.
Yeah. He's usually he likes to get on the streams, so I don't really have any issues, getting him on here unless he's sleeping. Had some troubles with that before.
Yeah. It's been well documented.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I hate that. But on the other hand, I'm like, dude, we got to do this.
Oh, when I saw Malin was having his show where he was having people come on if they super chatted him, I immediately went in and was like, hey, Dirk, or hey, Murph.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to fucking go super chat Malin.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm glad you did that. It's hard. I'm not sure what he's really thinking sometimes, and what he's available to do. So
I don't.
What's that?
I don't think he was there. I just saw him up earlier. I think I saw him on like Bancross chat, and then I switched over.
Oh yeah.
Saw Malin was doing that, and I knew he was up.
Yeah.
So I was like, I went to message him.
Yeah, he's usually Kevin's up for streaming. It's just that he's. I can never like get him to do an impromptu. You know what I mean? And for me, sometimes that's all I can do. It's easier, like in the moment. And
Yeah.
if he's not ready for it, he just won't do it, and it sucks. So I'm not liking this drawing very much. I'm gonna have to practice this guy more. Sometimes you hit it, and sometimes you don't.
Is this your Archer?
No, this is Shush. He is. Have you seen him yet?
I mean, probably.
I would guess you have. We showed him briefly in some of the new colored pages. He's going to be in the background a little bit in the story, but then he'll have a more prominent role as the story develops. He's very mysterious. I would say he's kind of our Boba Fett of the story, where you're not going to know much about him at first.
And as it gets longer, or as you get more and more involved.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't want the character to be fully developed because I believe in like what they did with Boba Fett early on and Wolverine. You know, you don't overdevelop your characters.
Oz says always keep his helmet on.
Yeah, that's right. And there's things like um, you want that mystery, and you're in the story. You're going to only see him in the mask, or um, there's going to be times where the story is played out. I think he's going to reveal himself, but you're not going to know it. And I think that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's piques the interest.
Yeah. So there's going to be, conversations he's going to have with the other characters. And they're going to find out he's a part of it. And they're going, what? When were you there? You know? And I like that kind of stuff.
Subtle things you got to pick up on.
Yeah. And it's going to make the reader more intrigued. I don't know. I'm excited to develop him more, and
At the same time, not.
yeah, I mean, I want to develop him in like action. So you're going to see him in action, but you're not going to see like you're not going to get to know him as far as who he is. Yeah, I got to get this hand. I don't know what I'm doing with the hand yet, so that's a placeholder right now. But yeah, I like to play with him. He's got this really crazy cape. So you can do design elements with him, like kind of like Moon Knight,
Yeah.
where you play with the cape and moon shape or whatever. But I don't think I'll necessarily do moon shape for him, or if I do, it won't be because I'm trying to portray a moon, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He is a lot of fun, though.
It's too late on Boba Fett, Oz.
Oh, yeah?
He
What did he
says
say?
a little mystery is a good thing. Master Chief and Boba Fett should never show their faces.
I agree. Um, I heard they ruined it with Master Chief, even though I'm not really a Master Chief fan. I understand why that was a big deal.
Yeah, I was never a Halo guy to begin with either.
Yeah, me either. But my kids are. Gosh, I hit this camera. Um, yeah, my kids are, and they played it a lot. But every time I played it, I was just like, give me Skyrim. I'll play Skyrim.
Yep, I'm the same way.
You like Skyrim?
Yep, Elder Scrolls,
Yeah.
playing that
Yeah.
forever.
Uh, it's interesting because I started playing Elden Ring. Man, the design work of Elden Ring is just off the hook.
I haven't got into it yet.
Oh man, it's kind of crazy how cool it looks, but I haven't had time to play it. And then it's really tough because like you have to spend hours on it. And if I was to do that, I wouldn't be able to do half the other stuff I'm into. So
Yeah,
my kids are like, "Aren't you going to sit down and play the game?" I'm like, I don't have time.
eventually.
Yeah, but I really haven't had the time. So
Oz says he never owned an Xbox, but his mates did, and he used to love Halo Cannon.
yeah,
See,
but my
I
mates
can't.
did love Halo. Yeah, I mean,
I
I
can't.
heard it has great canon, but I've just never got into it.
Yeah, I never did either. But now, like the Elder Scrolls canon, like I used to know all about it.
Yeah, um, I haven't played the online stuff.
I've
Have you?
played the online stuff a little bit, but like mostly I'm talking about like Oblivion and Morrowind and
Oh yeah, yeah. Now my son played all those, and he really liked them. But I just mainly got into the Elder Scrolls. Um, for me, it was more exciting because you had a choose your own adventure,
yes.
and I think that's what made it so great. Um, I think more games need that, and
I agree.
you know,
Well, there's
even Elden Ring, you can kind of do your own thing. It steps you through where you kind of follow this path, but you still have your own adventure of it, which is good.
and they're supposedly making a new Skyrim game.
Yeah, I heard that.
There's like
Um,
like they don't know what it's called yet.
uh, I don't know about that. I just know they were talking about it being long enough that it would take you a lot of years to play through it all. And that to me sounds awesome.
Me too, but at the same time, it's like I don't know if I want to play this for a lot of years.
Yeah, I know, man. It just take your whole life up, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I don't know. We'll see it whenever it comes out. I don't like the online stuff because I feel like you're not getting to do the things that you want to do, or somebody else already has it, and it kind of felt like it. How am I trying to put it? Almost like you're secondary to some people because if they spend a lot of time on it, you're not
Oh
going to get the things that
yeah,
are awesome.
yeah, like the people that are on it all day, every day, they got everything.
Yeah,
Where if I jump on it for a couple hours here and there, like I'm way behind everyone else. And
right. More games need to be finished before being released and not riddled with MTXs. I'm not sure what MTXs are, but I think you're right. There's a lot of like bugs in games, and they're not fully developed well.
Wasn't that the big problem with Cyberpunk when it came out?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I ever played that.
I didn't play it, but like I heard a bunch of people talking about it.
Yeah.
Microtransactions is what he says.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So when you're talking about, what's the name of it? Where you parachute in? Um,
Call of Duty, Warzone.
Not Call of Duty. It's the survival game, like you're the last man standing.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. There you go. Those microtransactions of that game are crazy, man. My boys, they've wasted so much money on that game. It's ridiculous.
I cannot stand a pay for play, dude.
Yeah, well, and this wasn't necessarily pay for play, but it is if you want to level up or get the guns,
Yeah.
or the suits. I think that sucks too.
Yeah, I wish you could earn everything in game by
Yeah.
earning in game.
Yeah, I think so too. It levels the playing field. You know, you have to spend time. And I do believe it's kind of a lazy way to play a game.
Thousands of dollars on Fortnite. I couldn't even imagine.
Oh yeah, man. I know plenty of people that have had that, and my boys. I don't know if I'd say thousands, but they've spent way too much. That's for damn sure.
Like I know, I used to work this one job with this guy, and he got so into this MMO that he was playing, and I can't even remember what it was. I'm not sure what it was, but like, quit his job and everything to just play this game online full time.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I. That's why I like Skyrim. It's not online. I can take my time. I can do it any way I want to do it. Um, Develop the character, go back and play, like play the story over again or whatever. Just spend time killing giants. I think that's awesome.
The problem with Skyrim is you play it for what seems like maybe an hour, and then you look up and it's like 6 hours, and you've barely done
Yes.
it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Um, I agree with you, and that sucks. But on the other hand, it's so fun. You know,
Yeah, it does suck you in.
it does.
I don't know how many nights I was playing that. I was like, oh shit, I should have went to bed like 4 hours ago.
Yeah, I've done that. I've stayed up too late, punished myself. But what do you do, man? You have to enjoy.
Oh, Oz, you aren't kidding. I
What's
can't
he
even
saying?
tell. He said, I didn't get into Skyrim, but it has a great modding community.
Yeah, I didn't know that until later, and I noticed what people were doing, and I was like, man, this is awesome. But I've never got to play with the mods. I think my son did.
PlayStation didn't have them for a long time. Well, now they got like a limited few,
Yeah.
but PC's got like People have created such wild, crazy stuff on there.
Yeah, and I guess the way I look at it, if they're smart, they would let everybody do that. You know what I mean? Because you think it would just make you that much more money because more people are going to want to buy it.
And like if it's like that good of a update or something, you could just buy it off that person and add it to the game.
Yeah. It just seems smart. Way to go. Okay. Man, this is rough.
I like how that cape's looking though.
Thanks. Thought I'd just play with it a little bit. It's it's a lot of fun to mess with, and visually, that's what I was saying. You can do a lot of things with it. Um, Make it shape, you know, be a design element for the character, like Moon Knight is. But he was not influenced by Moon Knight, and he was not influenced by what's the game? Everybody says this is where he belongs. Um, Man, I'm terrible with names and recalling games. I just can't do it tonight.
I'm
What's the
not.
one? What's the game that the guy goes back in time?
I don't.
He's like, I think he jumps off buildings, and they show him like they've made several now. I think they've made some like set back in the. He was like a Spanish Inquisition. Uh, what else?
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. That's what it was. He's not based on that character though, even though that's what people say. It's definitely not.
I only played first Assassin's Creed and then like the one with all the Greek stuff, Odyssey.
Oh, Odyssey. Okay. I
I
don't think I ever got to play Odyssey.
I really liked Odyssey.
Yeah, I probably would.
But I didn't really care for the next one they did, the Viking one, the Valhalla one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I probably would like it, but it just depends on the gameplay. The story's awesome every time, I think.
Yeah, like usually.
Um, but it wasn't in that one.
I didn't finish it. So like I don't know what the story was, but I didn't dig the gameplay of Valhalla, but the one on Odyssey was absolutely adored.
Oh, okay. Well, I never get to play enough games. I will tell you. I wish I could, but it's probably bad because then I'd spend on all my time on that.
I just go through phases. Like I work nighttime hours, so like when I get off, there's nothing really to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, if I was young and worked third shift or a second shift, definitely I would do it.
but like when I get off, it's either binge TV shows or play video games or
Yeah.
like even our Walmart is closed when I get off work, so
Oh, wow.
literally
Okay.
nothing down.
Well, I jacked up the drawing of this. Here, I thought I had it right. Messed up my own character. Can you believe it? What a dummy. This goes over here. this goes around. So I'll have to fix all that. Then he's got a strap that comes over. There we go. It's a little better. Doesn't look as good now, though. Boy, I can tell, man. I am just not up to par. You know what's really funny? Some of this stuff's a head game. Like, I realized it's about confidence in myself. It's not about my skill. Because I know my skill's there. But if I've lost confidence in myself, then my skill goes to shit. You know?
Keep second guessing yourself, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. And then it's also like if I've had a lot of stress or, things I've been dealing with, then I'm just not into drawing. It's not that I don't like it. I think it's just that my head's elsewhere.
Takes
You
you
know?
out of that.
What's that?
It takes you out of that mood set.
Yeah, because even though I'm excited to draw, I can't focus on it like I want to and enjoy it. I know when I was drawing for the Ballad of the Celestials, um, I enjoyed that big time. I really loved drawing that book. But I would sit down with music and I would just immerse myself. And I haven't been able to do that. It's been difficult.
Well, you're just starting back in, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I mean. That's why I'm doing this, because if I can get myself back into the game a little bit, I'll feel better.
You got a lot of sketches yet to do, too.
Yeah. Like I said, I know my skills are there. It's just getting confident in myself again and feeling like um, I have the time to draw. That's one thing.
Well, we are getting through holiday season, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Different times of the year are busier than others. And
Yeah.
so, and that can really hit me.
Once you start getting into October, November, December,
Yeah, and I don't even want to get that far back yet.
it seems like it never stops.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I was saying earlier. People are wanting these books, but I'm like, they it's like you have to be um, an entertainer, a businessman, and
A salesman.
a salesman, an artist, um, you name it, you better be doing it. You know what I mean? And so I feel the pain of some of these guys.
Well,
Uh,
it's differently. One day you'll want to be an artist, and the next day you'll be an.
yeah, that's true.
So just a little bit of difference here.
Right. Well, and I'm loving everything that we've been involved with, getting this campaign going. It's been great. We've met a lot of great people, and it's been fun. It just takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, it's surprising. It takes out of.
I couldn't hear you. What?
I said it's surprising how much it takes out of.
Yeah, I didn't expect all that. Murph definitely he definitely didn't. Uh, and I don't think he really knew what to expect when we first started doing this. Um, but I got him into EG and all that to pay attention to it and see what's happening. And it's interesting how we got in there.
Yeah, I remember you guys, well, you specifically showing up in chats. Just
Yeah,
started seeing you everywhere.
yeah, and it's because I started paying attention to like Bancroft and Rob and those guys, and I was just trying to pick it up, figure out what is this thing, and started getting in the chats, and but then I was lurking a lot, I was just like, I don't want to jump in yet. I just want to listen, but I was loving what I was hearing, having a great time, and these most of the guys were like into what I'm into.
Yeah, I was the exact same way.
Yeah, and then it just seemed to be a good fit. Um, then I got on. Who was it? I think it might have been Bancroft first. And when I got on there, he was talking about what people think about CG, you know, and it was a great discussion. And I had read some articles, and I just told him, I said, I'm not seeing this at all. You guys are saying, people are saying you're racist. They're saying these terrible things about CG, and I just didn't understand it.
So did you have to go back and watch like old lore videos and stuff?
Old what?
Like lore videos to see what they're talking about?
Oh no, I
Oh, that's
didn't.
well. See, how I started was like when Game of Thrones was on and it was going big. I jumped on YouTube and was watching like this guy who would talk about details of the book.
Oh, okay.
So then, like when Mandalorian came out, I was looking for kind of similar kind of thing about it. And I came across this live stream. It was Echo Base Network, and
Oh, cool.
they had EVS on there, and he was such just a magnificent talker that I was just like enthralled right away.
Right.
So I started watching his live streams and figuring it out, and then like how they would talk about, they still do it. They go back and they talk about like Smiller and Doug TenNapel, and I'd have to go back and watch streams about you know what happened here and what happened there, and
Sure.
started watching old Malin streams, and I just kind of figured it all out on my own, really.
Yeah. I I didn't get into the lore. Um, when did COVID hit? That was 2020, right?
Yeah.
And during some of COVID, I got sick at the end of 2020, and so I put on, who was it? I'm not sure who had him on. It might have been Eric Weathers, but they had Fragaboom on, and they had a few other guys, and just listening to them talk, and they were having a great time. And I was like, man, I love this. This is so fun. I want to do some of this stuff. You know, hang with them and have a good time and talk
Talk
and
on their
stuff.
brains
What's that?
and pick their brains.
Well, that too. And it was just a great introduction back into it again. And I thought, wow, this community is really, they're very active. and they just seem to really know a lot. But also, these guys have been in the business, and I remembered seeing Fraga in the '90s, so I knew who he was,
Yeah.
but I didn't know him very well. Um, I didn't read a lot of his stuff, or I didn't really follow Image that much.
I
Later,
did.
you did?
Yeah. I was like, I loved the Darkness and the Witchblade series. And
Okay. I mean, I understand that, why people liked it. Visually, it was super exciting.
but it wasn't like Silvestri was who I was into, and he's not in CG, but like
Yeah.
when you just start listening to him talk, and it just becomes enthralling. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it is. And but it's because they're super excited, for what they do.
And I get it. What
That's the way
they
it was for me.
is exciting.
Yeah. Well,
And they
and what go ahead.
I I like hearing all their well, we used to go party with this dude in this day, those kinds of
Oh yeah.
stories too.
Yeah, that's fun. Um, what I like is, some of the throwback stuff about the characters and their stories about working for the companies and stuff. And I'm just like, man, that's what we all aspired to do at, different points.
That's one thing I wish that more of them were talk about is characters and like who they grew up, you know,
Yeah.
loving to draw, all that kind of stuff.
Um, yeah, that for me is important. And but I don't know. I enjoyed their streams, so then I started coming back more, and then I jumped on to Bancroft eventually because we started talking about, like, you know what do people believe about CG. Well, once I made my debut on there, I was like, wow, I think I'm wanting to get more involved now. And so let me move this mic a little bit, but I went on the show, and then afterward, people started saying stuff to me, like, "Oh, dude, you can hang out, and it was great talking to you, and you seem like you're really fun to talk to, and all this stuff." And so I was like, "Oh my gosh," it was kind of overwhelming. But
Yeah, I understand that completely.
yeah, and then the more I hung out, the better it got, and I started getting in the chat with Ott and stuff, and those guys were cool. And then I got on draw stream with them, and so had a really great time doing that. And
I'd love to have a backstage chat with those guys,
with
Sean and Joe.
Sean and Joe, yeah, it was great, man. We had a good time. And I've talked to him several times now, been on the show several times. Um, and I'll say all the guys we met in CG so far have been great.
Yeah, same with me too. Like I haven't been on that many streams or anything because I'm just a fan, and I just.
Well, sure.
But I've been on a few here and there, and like the first stream I jumped on was Dean, Comics
Oh,
Mate,
yeah.
and Allie
I,
and Aardvark were on there, and we ended up sitting backstage just chit chatting for like 4 hours.
oh, wow.
And I was like, "Is this normal? Like, this is my first time backstage." And they're like, "Nah, dude, we usually don't sit back here that long and chit chat."
Yeah. That's the thing. we've chatted with a lot of different guys like Kimasabi, Dojo. You know, those guys are great guys.
Now, see, I've missed out on Kimasabi. I've been on Dean's channel 2 or 3 times now, and I missed out on Kimasabi every time.
Oh yeah, you got to talk to him. He's a great dude.
I know. I want to so bad.
And we just have fun. There was a lot of things that we didn't always see eye to eye as far as what he thinks about like some of the mainstream characters and stuff. But it was great picking his brain about that. And then we would talk to him about it. And it was good hearing his take on some of that stuff.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Beyond that, like we had discussions about other mainstream characters like Superman and how much they've changed and what they've done to him. And we had a few streams where we brought him on to do that. And it was a great stream. Great talk.
Yeah, he's always, every time he's on stream. I watched one with him and Clint Stoker, and they were not agreeing for anything. And I liked it. Yeah.
I didn't know they were
wasn't
disagreeing.
It wasn't even either one of their streams. It was someone else, and they were both guests on it.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember whose it was, but it was a good stream. It was a really good stream.
What were they? You don't know what they were talking about?
It's been a while ago.
It'd be neat to know because I'd like to hear the opinions on it.
If I had to guess, I'd say it was K Manifesto's channel when him and Dojo were doing their thing together.
Oh, okay.
If I had to guess.
Yeah.
And I think they had on Kimasabi and Clint Stoker and maybe someone else. I can't remember who. But they were just like not agreeing. Like Clint had one take, had the other, and they weren't fighting. They were just, talking points back and forth.
Yeah.
It was really good.
You never know, man. It's like we had some disagreements, but it was good because Murph kind of had him thinking. And he made some good points. And Murph did.
Do you remember?
It's one of those things where you're passionate about your favorite stuff. And, you don't want to see that stuff change. And I get it. On the other hand, I don't think everything is terrible, but it's like what you and I were talking about with the movies.
I think
movies are
some things are terrible.
Yeah. And I do too.
Not everything.
Yeah, but not everything. And that's the thing is that I can't get into these these streams where they just hate on everything.
Yeah, me neither.
And I'm like, I've had enough of that. I want to stay positive. And I told Murph, I said, that's our thing. We have to stay positive.
Like when you think about the Star Wars stuff, like I can't.
Yeah.
I will never like the sequel trilogy ever, but I'm not going to hate all Disney Star Wars because I love The Mandalorian.
Yeah, right. And I feel that way too. I don't hate the prequels. I don't love them.
I am not a prequel fan.
Yeah.
I was telling Steve Worster this weekend, I was like, dude, I hated the prequels, and I was that guy that waited in line for 2 days to see when it first came out, episode 1. And I walked out on what the F was that?
Did you really?
Yes. There were elements I thought were fun. Like the pod race scene I thought was really cool in the first one.
Great. Yeah, although it was too long.
It was a little too long, but at the same time,
But it was well done.
it was exciting.
It was.
And the mall fight scene
Yeah,
between
you can't top that.
that's like the best lightsaber battle they've ever had.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That's for sure. Did we lose everybody? I think we might have. Oh, later, man. He left a little while ago. Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. But yeah, so I feel you. I think the lightsaber duel was the best, and why they never kept Maul as a villain,
Oh
I'll
my!
never understand it.
They absolutely should have. He should have escaped, and he should have been what basically Dooku was the entire thing, the
I
entire
agree
trip.
with you. That's the way I feel. I'm like, why would you not take one of the greatest designs and this villain and keep him? But instead, you kill him, just like they killed Qui-Gon.
Well, I
I didn't
understand
get that.
the death of Qui-Gon. I get it. Like
I get it, but I don't like it.
You
I
had
don't
to
like
Obi-Wan
where they did it.
Yeah, I
Because
get it.
I feel like they could have kept him, and if they would have kept him on longer, it would have made his death more meaningful. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes and no. I think they were trying to do like what Obi-Wan did in the originals.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because for me, Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't have impact until later, but then they didn't develop Qui-Gon. So they just left him dead, and you never got anything out of him later.
Other than a voice from beyond.
I mean, you really had to listen to know it was him. If you're just a casual watcher, you wouldn't know that was him.
Nope.
And I think that was detrimental. But, Lucas, he let me down in so many ways.
And the second movie, like I think the number 2, the clone. It's not the clone.
Oh, hey.
What's that one?
We still got Jim here. He goes, but not paying attention. That's all right, man. We're just shooting it anyway.
Yeah. But number 2 is one of the worst movies.
You know what? I'm probably one of the few people that like that one. And I think I like it because I liked Django so much. And I like the way they developed Obi-Wan in that movie.
Yeah, Obi-Wan was about the only good thing about that movie.
Yeah. And I think it was exciting watching him fight Django.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent one.
It wasn't terrible, I thought it was a good fight.
But at the same in your head, you know that Django is way outmatched by Obi-Wan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me,
I thought that Anakin, Hayden Christensen, and the chick who played Padme had like zero chemistry too.
Yes, I agree.
And it took me out in a lot.
I think the part I hated a lot about that was the whiny ass kid, Anakin. And I understand Luke was a little whiny, but Luke did a lot to redeem himself later on in the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He became cooler, like the way he acted. Even in Empire Strikes Back, when he starts off with Yoda, he's like, "Come on," he's like whining a little bit.
Yeah. You asked him.
Yoda.
Oh,
But then, as the movie progresses, he becomes this like wiser Jedi and more mature, and he has a purpose. You know what I mean?
yep.
So it was great to see that development. In episode 2, I felt like Obi-Wan developed a lot, but Anakin was terrible.
I agree. I agree on that.
And they you know what they did? They sped up the like making Anakin evil. They sped it up too fast.
Yeah, like I enjoyed the last half of 3,
Yeah.
but like after he turned, like that was like all the points up to that.
Yeah.
And the one thing I absolutely could not stand about 3 is she gives birth to these 2 children,
Yeah.
names, and then dies of a broken heart.
I thought that was bullshit.
It's like,
I also think the way they made the babies come and she just names them, I thought that was shit. I thought the
yeah,
whole thing was shit right there. The,
yes,
the cool part, I think the coolest part of 3 for me was when they put the mask on Anakin.
at the very end,
You hear it fire up, and he
and
gets
then
that, yeah, and you hear the air in it and everything, and then he starts breathing, and you're looking at it through his eyes. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. And then he stands up, and they tell him about Padme, and then he goes, no. I thought that was the worst thing, and they
I
ruined all the coolness of the whole scene.
I like the effects where he started shaking the room.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, but everything else was pretty bad, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I was trying to link that Dojo and K Manifesto stream to you, Derek, but it didn't work. And Jim isn't checking his DMs. That's all right. Amanda B should have a wrench. Yeah, she should. They were discussing reviews, what and what not to do. Okay, interesting.
Amanda B remembers it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Jim,
cool. Jim's got it. He's got the link for it. So, yeah, let's check that out again.
well, Jim clearly stated that he wasn't paying attention, Amanda.
Yeah. I've kind of stopped drawing and we just kind of talked. Haven't even been doing much now. But I gotta say, I got quite a few little drawings done. Like,
Well, Casey checked
done
out a
all
while
day.
ago, so we were allowed to talk Star Wars again.
Yeah, it's true. She was done early on. I didn't like this drawing, but this one's not bad. I made it better, but I'm still not a big fan of it. I still think my first drawing right here is the best Bern drawing I did. So even though he's naked,
He
but
just got out of the pool, right?
what's that?
He just got out of the pool.
Yeah, right, right. He doesn't have his fur on here, but no, I had a good time talking, man. Thanks for coming on.
No problem, man. Anytime. Well, not anytime. Most weeks I'm at work
Yeah, yeah,
when you're
that's all
on.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you're at work when I'm on?
yeah. I work 4 to midnight most of the time.
Oh, dang. So you're on break or what?
I'm I get like 4 or 5 weeks of vacation a year,
Okay.
and I just happen to be on vacation this week, so
Oh, okay.
good timing.
Well, when we're on, are you on like a lunch break or are you on
No, I
like
just
you?
put my buds in and listen.
Oh, cool. Okay. I was wondering how you were doing it. Technology, man. You can do it anywhere now.
Yeah. Like
That's
a lot of,
cool.
because I drive trucks around, right?
Okay.
So a lot of the times, like, I don't know if this has ever happened in here, but I'll stick my phone in my pocket and it'll pocket message stuff.
Oh, okay.
I know I've accidentally deleted people that I'm wrenched on's messages from time to time. When I stick it in my pocket.
That's too funny. You know, it's going to happen, right? I mean, at least you get to be a part of it still.
Yeah, I try. And it makes
Yeah,
my go so much faster.
right. I know, man. There's times where I'm in and out lately, and like I said, this is partly why I'm getting back into drawing again, is because I've been so taken out that I was even not watching some of the streams. So I got away from it for a couple weeks actually. Didn't watch Bancroft for a whole week, which is really weird. And and then I wasn't catching some of the other stuff too. So I'd catch everything kind of late. I saw a few replays, but
Oh,
normally,
I have shows that I never fucking miss for any reason whatsoever.
yeah, yeah. I mean, normally Bancroft, I don't like to miss his show.
I don't
Uh,
normally miss Bancroft that much either.
yeah, and then yeah, there's about a handful that I try to get every time, and then others I'd watch, replay. There's so much to keep up with,
Oh yeah.
and that's part of it. So I'm like, well, I have to make sacrifices. It's either I don't watch and get some work done, or I watch and then I'm distracted the whole time. So, well, tomorrow night I'm going to try to be on my normal time, and hopefully Murph will join me. Hopefully he'll feel good enough. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to secure a guest or not, but if not, who knows? We'll see what we make of it. We'll try to have a good time. But I think I'm gonna close it down for the night. It's 10:30, so I'm gonna get me a late night snack. Maybe enjoy something to watch before having to go to bed.
It was
What do you think?
it was really nice talking to you, and
Yeah, you too.
thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Uh, I'm really serious about us like meeting up. Uh, we need to do that either at Gym City Comic Con or somewhere.
Yeah, you just let me know what con you're going to. My DMs are free anytime, man.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll do it. That's funny, Girl Scout cookies. I don't have any of those right now. I think Crazy Mad is from that Ohio place. It's true, or near there.
Yep.
Yep. We're not too far away from each other. So we definitely can meet up. We need to meet up with like the good stuffs and, you know, I think Rick Saylor's Ohio. There's a lot of Ohio people, man.
Yeah.
We'll have to meet up with a bunch of them. So, all right. Well, I'm going to say see y'all later. And thank you all for stopping in. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on Murph and Dirk Duke It Out. And everybody have a good night. See you later.
See ya. Hail chat.